Yeah, this week myself and Mike Palmer, the owner of Sertorius, decided to retire the old boy. He was just doing a couple of things wrong. He wanted to hang and that sort of stuff in his track work and in his first up run, and it's so uncharacteristic of the horse. And we always vowed that we'll make sure this horse retires without being broken down or anything like that. So we've decided we're going to retire him. He's been a fantastic old horse, and being a 9-year-old, his legs have finally caught up with him. My farrier is actually going to take him, and he's going to, he does a lot of eventing with him and his wife, and we believe this horse is going to be a perfect horse for that. So he's going to a really, really good home, and Andrew only lives around the corner from Mike Palmer, the owner, and so Mike's going to keep a close eye on him, and hopefully one day we'll be able to show you some visuals of him, not just winning a cup or two, but winning a blue ribbon. It'd be fantastic. Yes, Sertorius was owned by Mike Palmer. He's a retired businessman just in the local area here around Geelong. And Mike actually came to the sales with me, and once he saw this horse as a yearling, he fell in love with him and immediately bought him. He had to pay $100,000 for him, so he wasn't a cheap horse, but Mike absolutely loved him, and so did I, and he was quite willing to put his money where his judgment was. You know, as far as an owner goes, Mike gave me one instruction basically, and that was to make sure you look after this horse as a young horse, and if you do, we'll have him as an old horse, and he'd love to see him still racing when he was an 8-year-old, and I'm very proud of what my stable achieved with this horse, because he still was racing as an 8-year-old. In fact, he had one start as a 9-year-old. What's this horse done for Mike Palmer? Well, I suppose every owner's dream is to have a horse run in a Group 1 race, and he did that, and was very, very successful. And he even got to run in the Melbourne Cup, which is something that is very, very hard for any small-time owner in Australia to do. The horse, as far as his Group 1, you know, he was Group 1 placed from 1400 right up to 3200, which is outstanding, and the horse actually won races from 1200 through to 2400, so you can see how wonderful this horse was and how versatile he was. Yeah, I suppose one thing that has come out of this horse is Mike is an absolute passionate racing person, and his wife had absolutely no idea about horses. And through the success of this horse and the backing of Mike's family and just the general interest around the place that this horse caused for Mike, was his wife. The last time I spoke to Beth, she actually told me about a horse's pedigree. So that's how much it changed their sort of life. Was Beth is now interested in racing, interested in pedigrees, and certainly geez, nobody cheered this horse louder than her when he was up in to win. And Mike's whole family got involved, which is just something for an owner. I think is just fantastic that your whole family can be involved in something you're passionate about.
It's come right away, Sertorius, 4 straight. He's a beauty.
Sertorius trying to reach Escato, who drew a length in front now. Shoreham and Sabora Triunfo are coming. Sertorius knuckling down. It's Escato about a neck in front of him though. It's Escato with Sertorius driving. Camo lifting Sertorius, and he's got there by a neck.
Yeah, what did this horse mean to the stable? Look, it's fantastic to have a headline horse, and this horse certainly has been that. And he, right from you know, when he won his maiden, right through, he won 5 races in a row, which is, geez, that's hard to do with any horse. I tell you, plenty of horses can win 3 and maybe even 4, but to win 5 in a row is just outstanding effort by the horse. He went right from Class 1 right through to Open Company.
Sertorius a length and a half, Lonnie.
Credibility is a big thing, and I think everyone always looking for that person that can take a horse from you know, from lowly grade and up to the highest level, and that's one thing I'm very proud of my whole stable and all my staff, what they did with that horse, the care that they showed for him, and to get into the elite level and hold that form for a long, long time. He raced in the absolute elite level for probably 3 years. You see a lot of horses, they'll have a good spring or a good autumn. This horse kept butting up every year, year after year. And as I said, he's going to retire as a 9-year-old, and he actually raced as a 2-year-old. So very, very proud of my stable, and well done to everybody involved. His biggest win was probably the Zipping Classic at Sandown. It was Group 2 over 2400 weight for age. He was absolutely cherry ripe going into this race. He'd just come off a narrow defeat in the Queen Elizabeth from precedence. They were all talking about him turning the tables.
Half on Pingle. Sertorius starting to respond down to the inside. Queenstown with 150 to go. Tackled by Pingle. Sertorius getting up on the fence. It's Sertorius finishing hard along the inside. Takes the lead now from Pingle and Queenstown. And Sertorius, a class ride, wins it by a length and a half.
The horse has probably stamped himself as a horse to follow when he won 5 in a row, and he completed the 5 by winning over 2,000 metres on Stakes Day at Flemington.
But Sertorius kicks in. He saw him coming, laid his ears back and kicks away. Hoylonnie with the last run on Sertorius, but he's too good. Sertorius a length and a half, Hoylonnie.
Probably the horse's greatest run was when he actually ran fourth in the BMW in Sydney, and right next to him was Fiorente coming up an Australian Cup win, and It's a Done Deal, who the next start won the Queen Elizabeth at Randwick.
Fiorente the inside, and then Sertorius followed by It's a Done Deal. Silent Achiever broke away now with 100 metres to go. Fiorente on the inside, but Silent Achiever, the mare, does it again, and she wins it from It's a Done Deal and Fiorente. Then Sertorius.
He probably proved himself that he could actually run 2 mile, which is quite amazing because he won his maiden over 1,200 metres, but running third in the Sydney Cup on an absolute bog-heavy track.
The offer, nicely out in front from Opinion, Brigantan and Sertorius, and Tommy Berry boots him home the offer. Wins the Sydney Cup in a canter. Opinion second, Sertorius third.
Sertorius was the dual winner of the Thoroughbred Club of Geelong's Racehorse of the Year, and the only other horse to ever do that was Diatribe, who ended up winning a Caulfield Cup, so that goes to show the quality that the horse was. He also was very, very well supported by the entire community here in Geelong, and was also voted the most popular racehorse. Yeah, well, it's going to be an interesting place around here now without Sertorius in the stable. Actually, Mike Palmer said to me the other day, it's going to be interesting visiting the farm and not having the horse put his head over the door expecting a pat. It's interesting, the last couple of years you walk down the street here in Geelong and any racing-minded person, the first thing they'd say to you is, how's Sertorius going? Well, my old mate, good luck in retirement. You've been a wonderful old horse for everybody involved, and I hope your life after racing is as great as what it was during racing.